Here are my key insights on the Bryan Kohberger sentencing, in which he was ultimately given life in prison. Though the victim statements were quite sad to hear, if you go back and listen to one of the victim, Kaylee's sister, Olivia, she really had some scathing comments to let Bryan Kohberger have it. Very heated, likely to strike a nerve from some of the things that she said to him directly. During the Q&A, investigators said that the social media account for Papa Rogers was not actually linked to Bryan Kohberger, which is crazy. That means somebody else did that and they're still out there. Police were also unable to find any type of motive through their investigation. They also don't know why the house was chosen, and there was no connection to any of the victims that they could find, including where one of the victims worked at the vegan restaurant. They couldn't find a connection that he was there. They looked at financial records. They looked at possible events that they both could, victims and Bryan Kohberger could have attended. They just couldn't find a connection. Police also extensively looked for the knife that was missing, and they went to great lengths using phone data, looking at all the possible locations that Bryan Kohberger's phone pinged. They even tried soil samples. The FBI were doing soil samples in these various locations, and they still could not locate it. Investigators mentioned that even if they didn't use the IgG technology, the genetic genealogy tools that ultimately led to Bryan Kohberger's arrest, they still would have been able to find the connection with his Hyundai Elantra, with all the cameras and narrowing down his vehicle and his description from witnesses. Now, he did use apparently multiple softwares to erase information from multiple devices, so that did limit some of the evidence that police were able to gather. He even used VPN. Those are just some of my insights. I would love to hear for yours. If you listen to the victim statements or the Q&A from police and investigators, comment below. Let me know.